This murderer decided to be a terrorist driven by a new fundamentalism that is taking root right here. Online, just go look for yourselves. There is a growing fan base for a felon. His name isn't just trending. Free him is trending in all caps, and from time to time has more traction than the name itself. Now, most are anonymous, something we got to deal with when it comes to social media. I'm not sure how, but some are not. Can you believe wanting to openly endorse an assassination? I have never seen a killer celebrated before.
You're on the American left tonight. Here's my chart. The good guys today, Daniel Penny. The bad guys, Luigi Mangione. It seems to me.
How do you?
Everybody
what's
on the
the
left,
chart for victims?
I'm just telling you what I see out in the world.
I know.
Today.
I just want you to finish the chart.
What
the victim, which
what's
victim
my chart?
is good
You
and
can make
which
your own
victim is
chart.
bad.
What I'm telling you is
that's not on the second page.
People on the left. People on the left can't seem to tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys.
People on the left. I'm asking you whether you consider this person.
We had people praising Luigi.
I want to know
and
whether you
Penny.
think that, as Congressman Crane does, that Daniel
Ivy League student, huh? University of Pennsylvania, huh? Got caught in McDonald's because a worker recognized them. Hey, suspect of interest is how I'm gonna leave it off at there. But I kind of want to talk about the reaction. Remember when Donald Trump had 2 assassination attempts and the left sat there and tried to say that, oh, Donald Trump's inciting violence. This is why these assassination attempts are happening at him. And I'm like, I don't remember Donald Trump being suicidal. Well, like always, they always expose themselves as hypocrites. Now, many people on the left are praising this. This is why I showed the Scott Jennings clip too. I know I reused the same clip, but he was talking about 2 things, Daniel Penny and this situation. Cuomo disgusted by calls to free United Healthcare CEO assassin. This is the picture you guys saw. This is the video you just guys saw. There's a growing fan base for a felon. His name isn't just trending. Free him is trending in all caps. And from time to time has more traction than the name itself. Like, make it make sense. Free my dog. Thank you. Wow. Like, so much hatred. And I don't understand. The healthcare system here could be better. It could be, more efficient. But to celebrate someone losing their life and you think you're the good one here, that's a hard thing to sell me on, right? And a prominent journalist, I forgot her name, Taylor Loren. Let's hear it in her own words.
You said healthcare executive down with party balloons was on an next post that you commented on. Why would you be in such a celebratory mood about the execution of another human being? Aren't you supposed to be on the caring, sharing left where, you believe in the sanctity of life?
No, they don't. Like, this story exposes the left a lot. All this virtue, the right gets to do it. The right don't get to do nothing because you guys have us under a microscope like this. Trust me. If right wing anyone do anything, it's everywhere. When the left do something, it seems like y'all trying to press it down, make sure it doesn't get a big story. And the left always been celebrating violence. When Donald Trump first assassination missed, everyone say, why you miss? Remember? Why you miss was trending. Remember when Donald Trump had a relative die? I think he was his aunt or something. The left was made, this one, Twitter was still under Jack Dorsey. The left was trending the wrong Trump, insinuating the wrong Trump died. Like, this is the left. But they had the audacity to wag their fingers at Americans and say, you guys need to be more like us. You guys need to be more tolerant. No, you guys are not tolerant. Just like with everything, you're tolerant with some things and you're intolerant of other. You're intolerant about people differing from you, from seeing the world differently from you, because you believe in building consensus. You can't take dissonance. You can't take disagreement. This is the left. That they celebrate violence on people who are ideologically opposed to them. If you're a socialist, you're happy that a capitalist die. This is the left's reality. That's how collectivist they are. their ideology is inherently tribal. If you outside of the tribe, they don't care racism, they don't care about sexism, they don't care about none of that. You outside the tribe. Only when you're inside the tribe do they care about that stuff.
I do believe in the sanctity of life, and I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Serious?
I mean...
Joy in a man's execution?
Maybe not joy, but certainly not empathy. Because again,
we're watching the footage. How can this make you joyful? This guy's a husband, he's a father, and he's being gunned down in the middle of Manhattan. Why does that make you joyful?
Thousands of Americans that be murdered. So are the tens of thousands of Americans, innocent Americans, who died because greedy health insurance executives like this one push policies of denying care to the most vulnerable people. And the many millions of Americans that have watched people that I care about suffer and in some cases die because of lack of health care.
So should they all be killed then? Should they all be killed, these healthcare executives? Would that make you even more joyful?
No, that would not.
Why not?
And,
why are you laughing?
I think because it wouldn't fix the system.
You seem to find the whole thing hilarious.
Oh my God. And she smiled a little bit.
Your question funny.
A bloke's been murdered in the street. I don't find it funny at all.
I don't find it funny that tens of thousands of Americans die every year and because they are denied life-saving health care from people like the CEO. Now, I want to fix the system. You're right. We shouldn't be going around shooting each other with vigilante justice. No. I think that it is a good thing that this murder has led to America, or really the media elites and politicians in this country paying attention to this issue for the first time. You mentioned you couldn't understand why somebody would feel this reaction when they watched a CEO die.
I have a question about the healthcare system, right? Because in Canada, people complain about the wait time. What if you die because you waited so long for care that you never got, that you end up dying, right? I don't like the fact that the government, like in the UK, apparently, I remember talking about this story before, but an infant was getting taken off of life support, and the parents begged, hey, don't take our kid out of the life support. We're trying to get an Italian citizenship so we can move him to Italy. And the government was like, no, we're wasting resources. There's not a high chance that the baby's going to survive, so we'll take him out of life support, before the parents was able even to move the kid to Italy. And when I hear people crying for free healthcare, all I think about is, okay, it's free, but you have no control over it. At least when I pay, I have control over my healthcare. I have a right to be mad because I'm paying for something, and I have a right to the services. But if it's free, you have no control whatsoever, and it becomes rationed healthcare. And this is the trade-off you make, because at the end of the day, there's no perfect solution. There's no silver bullet. There's only trade-offs. And I think this idea that the left think, oh, if we only had free healthcare, these greedy CEO end of the day, no one's your slave. You can't make someone do something if there's no benefit for them. And this is how I see the whole communist view of things, is that they want someone to work for them for free, as if the person is some slave. Like, I deserve healthcare. Well, okay, do healthcare to yourself. Maintain yourself. Like, the most unhealthiest people I always see want free healthcare. It's never, I mean, there's probably people out there, but it's like, okay, take care of yourself then. If my expertise has to be used to make your life better, to give you healthcare, I believe I should be rewarded for that. And this inherently is wrong with the incentive structure that we have here. That free healthcare here is going to be the most expensive than any other country, because of the fact that in America we have a high obesity rate because of the food we're eating, because of the lack of exercise. Who knows why? But we're obese. And healthcare costs will be way more expensive if we did free healthcare here in the United States of America than in other countries. Not also counting the fact that we have more people than most countries. We have almost 500 million people in this country. And we're going to give them all free healthcare? Oh yeah, we're going to bankrupt the system. But the left don't see the practicality in what they want. I don't want free healthcare. I want cheap healthcare. And the way I'm gonna get cheap healthcare is more towards privatization than publicization. Because we tried this mixed system, and it made our healthcare system so complicated, and that's what's making it expensive, in my view. But I digress. Let's continue with the video.
It's because you have not dealt, it sounds like, with the American healthcare system in the way that millions of other Americans have.
I've dealt with the healthcare system in various ways in America. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but the idea that I would view it as something...
Have you been denied life-saving treatment?
No, the idea that I would view it as something joyful, that a man has been, who's just a healthcare executive, has been executed in the street, I find completely bizarre. Let me bring in Tommy here. Yeah. Tommy, you know, I keep being told... Hang on, Taylor.
Wait. One thing, too. The system was like that before this man was even CEO. Like, people was complaining about the healthcare system before this guy is CEO. So to be happy, like he's the core of all this, like he's some tyrannical king that was responsible for the system's corruption, is unfounded hatred. That's what I get. This is the sense I get. The left is the party of hatred that disguise their hatred with some superficial appearance of empathy. This is how I'm starting to read the left. But I digress. Let's let the video finish out.
Come back to you.
Okay,
Tommy,
don't say I'm joyful. I said
you said you were feeling joyful.
Yeah, I take that back. Joyful is the wrong word, Piers.
You think?
But I said, as I clarified,
you think?
Yeah.
You think joyful is the wrong word? Yeah,
sure.
I'd say it is.
Vindicated,
oh my God,
celebratory, because again, it feels like justice in this system when somebody responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of Americans suffers the same fate as those tens of thousands of Americans who he murdered or
Tommy, whether Taylor wants to retract the word joyful or not, we all heard her say it, and I was just shocked. I mean, I find that kind of response utterly shocking, that someone could be murdered in the middle of Manhattan, who happens to be an executive for a healthcare company, and people think this is something that makes them feel joyful.
This is the left. This is the tolerant left, right? But they can't understand, oh, Daniel Penny, vigilante justice, right? But they're not principled about it. When it's something that furthers their own ends, they're happy about vigilante justice. When it happens to someone in their tribe, oh my God, this is injustice. And this is what I'm talking about. It's tribalism. The left is based on tribalism, right? Daniel Penny, a minority, right? We can use him. Oh, look, black man killing in the street. Oh, the outsider happens to be a white man. We can use this to push our narrative of racism. We hate vigilante justice. Vigilante justice, the person's in their group, you know, Ivy League college, probably was a leftist, right? Killed someone on the outside, capitalist, whatever, executive. You know, they always hate the executive class. Oh my God, yes, we like vigilantism. This is the double standard that we notice with the Democratic Party. We, as a conservative, we believe it's a two-way street. You're for it or you're not. And we're saying that, hey, we don't believe in vigilante justice, but we do believe in citizens' right to defend themselves. Daniel Penny was in a situation where he was defending people in a confined space called the subway. This dude did a premeditated, I waited for this guy for hours on hours, and I shot him in the back of the head. We don't know his motives yet. I think his manifesto was released, but at the time of me recording this video, I don't have it in front of me. But someone can let me know in the comment section his manifesto or what he's saying. Deny, dispose, defend, based on a book about the healthcare system. This man, the Luigi guy, a character that assassinated this healthcare CEO, apparently he might have came from a rich family. So I don't understand his motive. I want to know his motive. But the left is taking it, and then they're putting themselves, yes. It's the same thing with Trump. It's the same effect. If Trump had died, people would have been celebrating the same way they're celebrating the CEO dying. And they wonder why. The left wonder why people left their party. People voted for Trump. Because we can't reward this hatred, this misplaced hatred. This system was broken before that man ever became CEO of the company. Yet he dies. Like imagine if I happened to work at a healthcare company. And I'm just doing what I'm working. I'm working like everyone else in this video, watching this video is working. We're just doing our job. And someone kill us. And people are celebrating the fact that we died because we happen to work for a corporation that they hate. Because they have a perceived angst against them. When you got UK health system, literally, the government deciding, yeah, you're not worth saving, little baby. Your condition is too severe. there's not a high probability that you'll survive against the parents' wishes that, hey, look, give us some time. We just need to move them to Italy. Don't take them off now. We're taking them off now because we already wasted enough government resources on this baby that has no chance of surviving this. Imagine that. But the capitalist is so bad. When you get your free healthcare, this is the result of it. But when I bring out the negatives of free healthcare, in the comment section, you try to rebut with all the positives. I don't care. The negatives outweigh your positives. I don't want the government having unilateral control over whether or not I get care. But you're mad that a third-party CEO is doing that. Like, make it make sense. You don't change the problem. The problem just get shift off to another person, to another entity. And this is the argument I've been trying to have. But, I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'd like to hear your opinion on this because I think it's very interesting how the left's perspectives just shift based on the position of where the situation fits in their ideological wheelhouse. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.